Hello and welcome back to Graviteam Tactics, second battle of Kharkov. We are still near Nepokrytaya. Our motorized troops have just arrived. We are sending back the trucks and forming them up for an assault towards the Germans. That being said, a green German flare just went up here. So the Germans are counter-attacking us as well. And we are also attacking. So yeah, it's a complicated battle, this one. So you probably remember this crossroads from that horrible battle that was fought, yeah? Over here, our T-60s and infantry is attacking into this depression, which has caused us quite a bit of grief earlier, in the hope of clearing the way closer to Nepokrytaya. Note that, of course, many of our infantry forces are already fighting in the city here, having cleared their way into there in the last battle. Over here, on the other side of the battlefield, the Germans are counter-attacking, and we are waiting for our motorized infantry to form up with the tanks. We have quite a lot of tanks here, some of which are damaged. These are engineers or sappers in support of the tanks, by the way. We have quite a few tanks here, though, some of which are damaged. We have one captured Panzer III as well. I don't know where we got that, but might have been in our battle group from before, actually. We have Matildas, we have Valentines, we have Panzer IIIs, we have T-60s. They just are waiting for proper infantry support now. I did see some German shell fire landing here at the hill, I guess. Our own shell fire is sitting in the depression. There's Germans or our smoke going up here. We will see. We will have to clear this depression here first. Now the T-60s are obviously not the best tanks for this task, or any task really. However, our problem we have in this sector is that we do have some Matildas here as well. Oh, there's firing going on, but they have been quite heavily damaged, including one has its main gun knocked out in the last battle, so we will keep them as immobile firing points for now. Don't tell me you're already immobilized as well, that would be annoying. There seems to be pre-planned artillery fire. I hit my, or parts of my sappers in this field here while we're waiting for my infantry to arrive. My sappers in here are making contact with enemy forces. Apparently my tanks as well. Tanks waiting for more infantry to show up. As I said, they arrived here by truck and are now forming up over here, and from there we can advance then. Maybe after that German counterattack is defeated. Red, okay, we made contact in the depression. I do hear German machine gun fire as well. As you can see, we did shell them here quite significantly earlier. These are my mortar shells falling. Okay, this is where the Germans counterattack me, apparently with heavy machine gun fire as well. I hope my tanks can break up this counterattack before we go on the offensive ourselves, I should say. Some kind of truck here. Oh, that's not great. Need to tell the newly arrived infantry to form up. Over here at the depression area, we made contact with an enemy mortar, and my tanks have kind of been outrun by my infantry. I sure hope they will spot those soon. Oh, and here come the German machine guns, although some of them we've already knocked out. But yeah, there's at least one mortar somewhere back here. That's a bush actually, but there's a mortar up on this hill. Over here, the German counterattack is still going on. That's already destroyed, that's good. That's from an earlier battle, obviously. I hope my newly arrived infantry unbunched itself a tad. It kind of looks like the Germans are on the run to a degree. I mean, they are basically attacking a bunch of tanks head-on. Yeah, Panzer indeed, idiot. My sappers are also nicely firing from inside those bushes or whatever that is, that field. Apparently the Germans are putting down a smoke barrage though, which is not a great sign. Yeah, we will have to counterattack here later. So, how is it going with our own attack? Ah, apparently the tanks are finally, yeah, they are doing their thing. So, they are now supporting the infantry, which is good. Now these are obviously easily knocked out and easily immobilized, but they're actually shooting machine guns at these tanks, and that might work because these can use SMK type bullets, which are tank defeating to a degree. Yeah, this is the kind of position that we need to knock out quick. I hope my Matildas are also... That looks like one of my Matildas fired at them. That's a autocannon from the T-60. Nice! That must have been the Matilda. Say what you want about these Matildas, when they hit something, it usually destroys quite a bit of their trenches in one go. Okay, over here I'm seeing fire from the Germans still. But I hear a lot of my guys firing back, so that's probably a good sign. Let's attack here. Our guys are closing in on their trenches. Bounding forward. The T-60s in support. The Germans seem to be... they are resisting in part. That guy got hit, but is still alive. They're throwing hand grenades. Actually, there was a smoke nade. Get the machine gunners. That's the important thing. We're running through the smoke. Oh, we got him, we got him. Looking good. With the tanks in support, it's a lot easier to take these kind of trenches. There's still submachine gun fire coming though. That looked wonky. Ah, machine gunner picked up the MG. They are trying to hide themselves from the tanks, which is actually fairly clever. I wish they would have more of an animation where they actually, you know, move the bolt. Okay, here we go. That should be it. Now over here, my newly arrived infantry will form up with the Valentines and the Matildas, or some of them at least, and just try to crush those attacking Germans. I don't like how far that Matilda is forward, but hey, better than far back, I guess. Yeah, didn't really picture that when I gave both of these formations the attack command, but hey. I sure hope they don't have 88s or something on the reverse slope. That would actually fuck my shit up quite a bit. Especially since I don't have mortars, really. Mow down a Germaneer. Wonder, where's the infantry that is supposed to support these tanks? Well, here they come. They're a bit far behind, to be honest. Over here it seems to be working a lot better. They are among the infantry going through this field. Obviously these tanks kind of lack HE ammo to a degree, I think. But they have machine guns. Which is more than can be said about the late version of the Valentine that they used at the end of the war. They didn't even have machine guns. Sure hope this works out and we get both these sectors. That should really crush a lot of German forces and push them back directly to Nepokrytaya, which is already partly in our hands as well. Sadly, some of our infantry here is retreating, especially those that were supposed to support the Valentines, and these tanks are fairly far forward of their infantry support now. Just driving around alone, which somewhat ironically is what happened in real life as well, so can't complain too much. I just hope that they caused enough confusion so that the infantry doesn't get completely chewed up behind them. I mean, the infantry is also advancing, not gonna lie. So, how far did the Valentines come? Not that far. They seem to be under some kind of artillery fire, and they still have infantry support, so there's that. Now over here, we mostly cleared the depression. The Germans seem to be retreating. We are getting after them, and I'm feeding the rest of that company in there. One of the T-60s lost a crewman. I don't know how it happened. Might have been one of the SMK rounds going through. Or a Panzerbüchse. It's kind of hard to tell how it's going right now, but I think so far we are making progress, although due to the tank attack the Germans are all running left and right and it's hard to tell who is who and where's where. But I mean, that's just Graviteam for you. Jesus Christ, these guys are far forward now. I need to tell them to turn back and support the infantry. Jesus fuck. Okay. My tanks have been told to return, not retreat, just go back to where they're actually supposed to be. They're throwing hand grenades out of the turret again. And firing HE. That guy is clever though, that he knows that sometimes the most safe position at a tank is close to it. The Germans have, by the way, offered another ceasefire, but not today. Why do I get the impression that they're actually knocking out this tank with their gunfire? This one has some kind of malfunction. These T-60s have been fairly useless, to be honest, except in that one scenario where we attacked the anti-tank gun positions, where they got behind them. That was pretty good. So, I fed more guys of the company, as I said earlier, into this penetration at the depression here. T-60s are still firing from time to time. Okay, the infantry here has gotten their bearings and are now advancing together with the Valentines to root out the rest of that German counterattack earlier. Whoa! What the fuck was that? Do they still have one of those annoying guns? That would be quite bad. Another not Valentine, Matilda is being sent forward. I don't have infantry support on this flank, but there doesn't seem to be much German infantry here anyway. Okay. Don't like the fact that I keep seeing some MG42 firing from over there. Let's hope our infantry can clear that up, together with the Valentines. Also good to hear the T-60 still firing a bit. Over here my weird captured tank force, or Lend-Lease slash captured tank force, is advancing towards this reverse slope where they in earlier battles had their guns. Now they do have a heavy machine gun here somewhere. Yeah, here. I hope these tanks will spot it and knock that out before it does too much damage. Because our actual objective is this road here, actually. And the Germans seem to be fighting for that, actually. I hope they don't have too many machine guns left. Just as I said it, they open up. Yes, our infantry. I told them to go for the road, basically, together with the tanks. But for some reason, these Matilda tanks, they like to rush ahead, don't they? The Valentines act a lot more usefully here. Although I guess this infantry guy is the guy who's truly rushing ahead here. He's probably about to get shot, and it's some kind of NCO as well. Okay, they are receiving HE fire, which is good. Nice. You know, if you do it like this, you can skip ahead a bit. Okay, looks like we're firing at the dude down here with the machine gun as well. Not that much going on there though. Gonna leave these here for now just for Overwatch on the reverse slope. I mean, why not? So, the Valentines. How much progress are we making here? It's one of those slowly but surely kind of deals, huh? But, well, they are out of this bush area now. Situation here. My new platoon that I fed into the battle here. Slowly moving up to the tank, I believe. Some dead ones here from the earlier platoon. Mostly the Germans seem to be beaten here, but I know there are more here. It is kind of getting a bit darker as well. I think the next battle will already be fought at night or at the evening, I guess. Okay, we are closing in here on the objective of the road, which is, where's that again? Is that here already? It looked so far away earlier. Yeah, here it is. But again, tanks are significantly ahead of the inf. Except that dude, I guess. This guy has surrendered apparently. Where's the rest of the infantry? 1 second, I need to switch on this. So we have the tank platoon here. I see some infantry guys here, but where's the platoon HQ? It's still way back here. You know what, since the tanks are already on objective, I'm just gonna tell them to advance there, or attack there. The infantry, I mean, fuck that. For some reason they don't wanna move along the tanks like the guys with the Valentines do. Don't really get it, but fair enough. See, here it works quite nicely. Maybe it's because the Matildas actually count as SPGs, maybe the AI treats them differently, I don't know. Although if they were self-propelled guns, why rush them forward, you know? Like, you would expect a tank to do that more than a self-propelled gun. So I'm not 100% certain what's going on there. Or maybe it's okay, that's a good sign. I think we have this square basically under control. Maybe I will move more towards Nepokrytaya just to be sure. Although I'm really afraid of moving those T-60s because they tend to break down a lot. Maybe I will move them along the road. I know that I moved one up to the road anyway. So yeah, let's do that. Anyway, enough about that. Over here, the tanks are waiting for the infantry to finally come. Maybe knocking out a few of those machine guns would be good. Whoa, what's that? Is that a mortar? Well, I sure hope we can get a beat on that one. It seems to be shooting at my tanks, which hopefully means that my tanks can spot it as well at some point. Okay, now the infantry is kind of getting a move on here. They shouldn't be under direct fire, I think. moving up here to knock out the rest of the Germans along the road and getting closer to Nepokrytaya. I need to control as much territory here as possible in order to get that square. It doesn't have any like objective areas like this one here, which has the road, which we, by the way, should be close to capturing, yeah? Good one. That one is also doing its part. Infantry went to ground for now. Are they fleeing? That would be annoying. Well, they are slowly advancing. They're just very disorganized, I have the feeling. But at the end of the day, you kind of need infantry to capture a point. Maybe I should generally move up more infantry instead of just one platoon. I just don't want to waste them all because, I mean, I do still have reserve platoons that I can move into the front line, but still. There's still Germans along the road here. Well, not that guy. Haha, here comes my infantry. Sadly, here also comes mortar fire. Mortar fire is coming from down here. I mean, I'm kind of hoping my tanks will be able to get them before they chew up my infantry completely. They seem to be able to spot them. Yep. Don't know if we have any HE left. Well, we have something left that we shot at them. Was that a heat round? Little look, see, yeah, we got the road. Although, while they're still overwatching it with a mortar, do we really have it? I would say no. What the fuck? Oh, apparently they retreated. Cool. 29 casualties, they had 118. Of course, we completely overwhelmed them. 5 killed, they had 28 killed. 24 heavily wounded, none missing. 79 missing, 11 heavily wounded. Okay, lost no vehicles, but a few damaged ones. Nifty. So, yeah. I kind of want to see, because some of these T-60s acted a bit weird if, yeah, we captured all of this. It's all red. It's all under the glorious rule of communism now. Let's see. This dude. Oh, he got hit a lot actually. What is that? M26 times M24. Oh, that's the Geballte-Ladung. Alright. Too bad I missed that. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. SMK H98. That was that was one of those armor-piercing rounds. And they're all being repaired. So yeah, here, gunner wounded. Apparently that, because stuck gun? Maybe that means that's the round that wounded the gunner. And yeah, fuel tanks are also damaged. Yeah, these are really fragile. But no time to fret. We have basically thrown them out of here quite easily. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Oh no, wait. Let's go back to the overview first. Battle group defeated, battle group routed, very nice. We have pushed them back. Apparently they still have this anti-tank gun unit. But how many that actually are remains to be seen. Oh, I see. I think I missed that last time. We have actually received reinforcements, including more infantry, which could be useful. We will also receive tanks later as well, more T-34s, which are useful. Cool. Okay, anyway, we will deal with that later. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.